to thank my members for their resilience and even the media for staying with us for this long. This has been one of the longest meetings. Governor, when I look at the functions and powers of county governments in the fourth schedule...
Excuse me, Chair. Please don't forget to remind the governor that he has not paid money for flock.
Yes. I was going to come to that. When you look at functions and powers of county governments, all those functions from number 1 to number 14, Nairobi County has got something to do with it, has got a function, has got a service to deliver. Unlike some counties, there are some counties without cinemas, without libraries, without museums, without parks and recreation facilities. And Nairobi has to offer services from agriculture to liquor, all the way to, I think it goes all the way to control of drugs and pornography. That is not a problem in some counties, but it is a problem and a demand in Nairobi City. And therefore, I feel, having sat in the Senate for this long, that we must agree on a financing and governance framework for cities that is distinct from the financing and governance framework for the rest of the counties. And it is not just about an NMS structure or talking about who the CEO of Nairobi should be, whether a politician or a bureaucrat, but Nairobi needs unique and distinct financing. And the division of revenue cannot deliver the resources that Nairobi needs for it to be a modern and world-class city, hosting a United Nations headquarters. Governor, let's work together so that when you come before the Senate, we are not talking about retreats at unknown locations or contracts on unknown roads or weights and measures that should have been implemented a long time ago. I hope that we should be able to talk about green bonds. We should be able to talk about infrastructure bonds. Counties like Laikipia have been bold enough to bring a proposal to the Senate for approval for infrastructure bonds. We should be able to talk about climate financing and how you can use that. The illustration you gave of footbridges that have to be constructed to allow children to move from one part of the city to the other to attend school qualifies for climate finance, because those infrastructure improvements are as a result of climatic conditions and actions. That would be put in the books of accounts as climate finance. So there's a lot of money, but if we are still counting pennies and cents, and if you are still talking about voided transactions and lack of reconciliation, I would really like the Senate to engage with the governor of Nairobi on bigger things, bigger ideas to unlock financing, and bigger ideas to ensure that the people who live in Nairobi find it to be a hospitable and beautiful place. I came to Nairobi many years when the Kenya bus was working, when Kanjo schools were operating, when health centers were operating, and there were even Kanjo estates. What is it that our forefathers could do that we cannot do today? And we are better educated, and we should be richer now. It should worry us that in the past, the Kanjo of the past could even run primary schools and secondary schools. And for us now with ECDs, we are struggling. So members, I think having resolved that we shall have a different conversation on ROR and the NMS, we had also resolved that we need to visit a few projects within Nairobi City County. It is not enough for the governor to walk over to the Senate. I think to do project visits in Nairobi, we don't need a budget. We just get into our vehicles and we go and check out some of these water projects that the governor is talking about. That will enhance our understanding of the challenges and enable us to provide solutions. I want to thank everyone, all the stakeholders, and clerk, we shall agree on the next date for the appearance on ROR and the other issues. The meeting is therefore adjourned. We had a meeting scheduled for tomorrow. I think we have received a letter seeking for postponement. We shall deal with it accordingly. So the meeting is adjourned till Thursday, 9:30. Thank you.